So to prepare for South Park Snow Day, I replayed South Park The Stick of Truth. I know what you're probably thinking. I thought you were going to do a story of the new kid video. I really wanted to, and that may be something I do down the line, but this game took me so much longer to beat than I initially thought it was going to. I really enjoyed playing this game, and I wanted to do like a voiceover type of video for the story of the game, but there's about 111 clips on my hard drive right now, and I really don't even think I have the time to do said voiceover. Now, The Stick of Truth is a very fun game. It's a very good adaptation of the show. It feels like you're playing a movie of South Park the entire time. The combat system is like a turn-based RPG kind of system, and I think it does it really well. I love the blocking mechanics. I love the different ways you can attack. I love how you can completely customize the new kid in pretty much every way. The story really just feels like the boys wanted to play Game of Thrones, and you just kind of got thrusted into it because you moved there. And I think that's a really smart idea. Now, we know that in Snow Day, this Game of Thrones-esque theme is making a comeback, which confuses me because the kids are still playing in this theme at the start of the Fractured But Whole and then eventually change to playing superheroes. But I really wonder where Snow Day fits in the timeline, because it doesn't really make sense for them to have that whole grand superhero adventure with the new kids seemingly ending up teaming up with Professor Chaos and then go back to playing the Game of Thrones theme. Also, there was a part of one of the IGN previews with one of the creators of South Park where it seems like Kyle doesn't necessarily recognize the new kid. Obviously, you could play as like a group of new kids now, so maybe this game doesn't even take place in like the normal timeline for the games, because there's already two timelines, the show timeline and then the game timeline. So it's going to be interesting to see if Snow Day follows this branched timeline, or if it branches off again from the branched timeline, or if it just branches off from the show completely and we play as a whole other new kid. I don't know. But I replayed Stick of Truth. I really enjoyed replaying this game. It's just a blast. I really enjoyed the story of this game. I mean, it makes a lot of sense from the kids' perspectives. Of course, they would fascinate over such a bland object, but really from the start, where you're going across the town to recruit 3 of the Kuba Keep members, to then having to fight homeless people cooking drugs, and then ginger kids in the school, and then eventually somehow you end up in Canada. This game kind of has it all in terms of being a South Park fan. Now, with my last replay of the game, which I literally just wrapped up like 10 minutes before recording this video, I tried to not do any of the side content because I really wanted to just focus on the main story, the references that the story makes to past events in the show, vice versa, and all this other stuff. And really, it was just a blast to play through. Now, if life didn't get so hectic, I would have beaten this game probably in 2 days. I got about halfway through after a single like playthrough, but I really think that this game is the best version of the show outside of the show. What I mean by that is that this game captures everything that the show is trying to do. The comedy lands, the comedy isn't like out of touch either. The comedy for this game doesn't feel like it aged whatsoever from when the game came out. The combat system is really good. It still feels like very timeless. It feels like something that I'll always be able to come back and play. There's 4 different classes still. The customization is still really great, and it's obviously still in the game. Like, they didn't take that away or anything. The mission designs are something I never really appreciated until this playthrough. Like, it feels like you're platforming a lot of the time because of the different directions you have to move, and then once the new kid unlocks the alien probe device, it really changes what they can do with the level designs, and it feels like the entire game you're unlocking stuff until the very end. I mean, literally the last level before like the final boss level of the game, you're unlocking things. You unlock a new fart ability, and I think that's something really interesting. One of the reasons this game is so replayable and so timeless for me is because of the fact that it's always giving you that satisfaction of unlocking a new ability. You can unlock new abilities at different times. You can level them up differently every single time you play through the game. You can have different outfits. You can change the, what are they called? Each weapon and most suits of armor in this game have a slot for you to put an add-on, which either adds a fire ability, adds more damage, adds electricity damage, adds gross out damage. There's all these different ways for you to customize your build of your character, and it really makes the game fun. On top of that, you have these party members. You have Butters, Stan, Kyle, Jimmy, Eric, and Kenny that you can cycle through pretty much after the midpoint of the game. I played the entire game with Butters because I just really like his Professor Chaos move. I think it's really broken in the game. Honestly, all of them are really good. They all have references to the show. A couple times when you defeat an enemy, Butters says he thinks he found his new bottom bitch, which is a reference to when Butters became a pimp in one episode.
Boy, oh boy, really great work, bitches. You all showed lots of kisses today.
But really, it feels like this game was going for it the entire time. It feels as though from start to finish, they wanted to make this game as obscene and as weird and funny and South Parky as possible, because games have different censorship boards than shows do. So they were really able to just go all out. I mean, there's full out sex scenes, decapitation, people getting blown up, Nazis in the game, abortion babies. Like, there are so many different aspects of this game that even replaying it now, I'm like, how did they get away with this? I mean, there are different houses in the town that if you walk into, you'll see a naked lady, a dude jerking off, and then somebody fucking a horse. Like this is just not a normal game, and I think that's what makes it so fun. Now, why am I talking about this? What does this video even mean? This video is kind of a nothing burger. Honestly, I just kind of wanted to talk about South Park today. But for me, I'm very excited for Snow Day, but as we get closer, it's not that my excitement has dwindled, but my excitement has changed. Playing the Stick of Truth made me realize just how much this game and its sequel really went for it and trying to make you feel like you're playing an episode of the show. And the more I see Snow Day, it looks like it's really trying to make you feel like you're playing a game, which sounds like such an obvious, like, no shit type of sentence, because at the end of the day, it's a video game. There's going to be runs in it. It's going to be a lot more attuned to games like Hades instead of like a full action adventure RPG. But I'm actually really excited for that. I'm excited to see how they take on the town with this type of style over the style that they've done in the last two games. Now, they've confirmed some different locations for Snow Day. I didn't really feel like I needed to make a whole other video on just that. We do have some more news for the game, but I'm really just waiting now. I'm waiting for the game. I'm really excited for it. I know I said that I was going to be making like a story of the new kid type video, but it took me way longer than I thought it was going to take to beat this game. And I'm looking at my clips folder right now. There's 113 clips for just my playthrough of Stick of Truth. So I don't think that's going to happen. But yeah, I don't really know what this video was. It's just kind of me rambling about South Park for like 10 minutes. So I apologize for that. But I'm really excited for Snow Day. I mean, it's getting closer and closer. I just beat Stick of Truth again. I'm probably not going to play Fractured But Whole again, just because I've played that game so much too. But I just really can't wait to see the direction they take Snow Day now that I have a fresher playthrough of Stick of Truth in mind. I might like grind through Fractured But Whole on my own and not make a video like this for it, just so I can really like comprehend how I feel about Snow Day. But I'm gonna try my best to beat Snow Day as, I don't want to say as fast as possible, because I don't want to blow through the game and miss things. So I'm really gonna try my best to beat it as thoroughly as possible while also being timely, so I can make a video for you guys, because it feels like South Park is kind of what is like kind of bringing more people to the channel. So I want to kind of give you guys what you want. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, I've kind of just rambled for 11 minutes, but that's why my channel banner says Professional Rambler and why ramble is kind of the thing for this channel. I have my ramble news playlist, ramble reviews, random rambles. This is a random ramble. So anyways, let me guys know if you've played Stick of Truth in the comments below, or how you feel about Stick of Truth. I know I've gotten some people that have talked about this game already in other comments. I'm more than happy to talk about it again. I just really enjoy this game, and I know a lot of people haven't touched it because they want more of a game, which is what Snow Day is offering. So I'm really excited for those people to jump into Snow Day, and I'm really excited to jump into it myself. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys later. Take care.